Good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon, sir. So, एक और क्लास peace should prevail everywhere. World peace, peace in Delhi, India, internal peace also. And for that, try to think positive. Try to be good to people as much as possible. एक लिमिट से ज़्यादा तो खैर नुकसानदायक हो जाता है. But then, if you are good to people, you feel internal peace. Try to help others if you can. Of course, not during exam. Before or after that. ठीक है. So we are doing what? We are doing Parliament, and I started with Lok Sabha. I told you last time, Lok Sabha is a popular chamber. ये हुआ था पिछली बार. And I hope, as always, that the things are clear to you. और आप थोड़ा उसको बुक से भी रेफर कर लीजिए, because there can be, Parliament, judiciary. These are so big an institution that there can be thousands of factual aspects also. Some of them may not be covered. So just to be sure कि भाई कोई चीज छूट ना जाए, इसके लिए मैं बोलता हूँ कि आप एक बार उसे वहां से भी रेफर कर लो. Though for exam point of view, whatever I feel can come or has come, I always cover. But UPSC का कोई भरोसा नहीं है. They can ask things. But at least whatever we can, we should do. We should strengthen that. ऐसे तो देर इन्फॉर्मेशन तो एंडलेस है. तो क्लास नोट्स और एक बुक लक्ष्मीकांत, मैं हर क्लास में बोल रहा हूँ बिकॉज मुझे मालूम है, एक्सपीरियंस से भी समझ में आता है that no matter how many times you tell a thing, still some people ignore that or they just forget that. So don't forget these things. क्लास नोट्स का रिवीजन कीजिए और उस बुक से उस चैप्टर को रेफर कीजिए. Extra information if you come across, add into the notes. Current affairs you come across, add in the notes. So class notes, factual aspect from the book, current affairs, इससे ऊपर कुछ है नहीं प्रैक्टिस के अलावा. प्रैक्टिस तो करनी पड़ेगी आपको. प्रैक्टिस तो यू हैव टू डू. देखिए सर, टुडे आई विल बी कवरिंग सम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंट. तो ध्यान से सुनिएगा, ऐसा कोई डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. इट्स ऑल इजी, बट देन जस्ट बी अटेंटिव. See, last class I discussed with you special powers of Rajya Sabha. पिछली बार डिस्कस किया था मैंने. Special powers means the powers which are available with the house, not with the other house. मतलब the powers which are only with Rajya Sabha, not with Lok Sabha. जैसे Article 312, Article 249, Article 67 Clause B. Article की टेंशन नहीं लेनी है आपको, but so that I need not speak the whole article. मैंने आर्टिकल का नाम ले दिया. बट आपको मालूम है आर्टिकल 67B क्या है? रिमूवल ऑफ द वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया, दैट बिगिंस इन राज्यसभा. क्रिएशन ऑफ ऑल इंडिया सर्विसेज कैन टेक प्लेस ओनली व्हेन राज्यसभा पासेस द रेजोल्यूशन 312, आर्टिकल 249. सो दीज वर द स्पेसिफिक पावर्स ऑफ राज्यसभा. नाउ देयर आर सम स्पेसिफिक पावर्स ऑफ लोकसभा व्हिच आर नॉट अवेलेबल विद राज्यसभा. और उसमें क्या आता है? सबसे बड़ी चीज जो सबसे पहले दिमाग से आती है वो क्या है? वो है नो कॉन्फिडेंस motion, no confidence motion. No confidence motion can be brought only in Lok Sabha and is passed only in Lok Sabha. That's not voted in Rajya Sabha, that's not introduced in Rajya Sabha. ठीक है ना? तो no confidence motion किसके खिलाफ आया? Against government, against council of ministers. ये मैंने पहले भी डिस्कस किया था when we were discussing executive. उसके अलावा there is what is called as a money bill. ठीक है? मनी बिल. मनी बिल जो है दैट इज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड ओनली इन लोकसभा. ये आप जानते हैं, ये पहली बार लोकसभा में ही आता है. इज मनी बिल वोटेड इन राज्यसभा? यस और नो? मनी बिल वोटेड इन राज्यसभा? यस और नो? प्लीज आंसर. प्लीज डू आंसर. डोंट फील दैट आंसर कैन बी रॉन्ग. आंसर्स कैन बी रॉन्ग. उसमें क्या है? लेट इट बी रॉन्ग. यहां पे यूपीएससी का कोई कैमरा तो है नहीं जो सिलेक्शन पे असर डालेगा. प्लीज आंसर. मनी बिल, are they voted in Rajya Sabha or not? Introduced तो लोकसभा में होते हैं, that's for sure. Introduced मतलब पहली बार कहां पर आया है? Money bill is brought first in Lok Sabha, not in Rajya Sabha. But then my question is it voted in Rajya Sabha? Yes or no? क्या मनी बिल पे वोटिंग होती है राज्यसभा के अंदर? Please tell me yes or no. is a money bill. See, I'll tell you what is money bill. Don't worry. आप ये मत सोचना अभी तक money bill है क्या, हमें यही नहीं पता. Doesn't make a difference. I'll tell you what is money bill. Don't worry. As a time will come. Vedant Oram, no. नहीं होती वोटिंग. अर्पित, no. जयदेव पाठक, no. अभिषेक कुमार पांडे, नो. मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि क्या मनी बिल पे वोटिंग होती है राज्यसभा के अंदर. आंसर है नो, क्योंकि 4 लोगों ने नो बोला है, तो आई डेयर नॉट टू से यस. आंसर इज नो. सी, मनी बिल इज ब्रॉट फर्स्ट इन लोकसभा, डिस्कस्ड, वोटेड इन लोकसभा, देन इट इज सेंट टू राज्यसभा and 14 days is given to Rajya Sabha. Within those 14 days, Rajya Sabha can give some suggestion regarding the money bill. If Lok Sabha accepts a suggestion, that suggestion is incorporated and the bill is passed. If Lok Sabha rejects a suggestion, the bill is passed in the original form. Okay, so Rajya Sabha at best can discuss the bill, can give suggestions, but it cannot vote upon the bill. उसमें voting नहीं होती है. Okay, कुछ बच्चे yes लिख रहे हैं, yes नहीं है, आंसर है no. राज्यसभा में वोटिंग नहीं होती है मनी बिल के ऊपर, हाँ डिस्कशन होता है, सजेशन देते हैं, ठीक है, and then it's up to लोक सभा whether they incorporate the suggestion in the bill or not. ठीक है, देखिए ऐसे ही मनी बिल है, मनी बिल brought in लोकसभा and then voted in लोकसभा. राज्यसभा at best can give suggestions. ये बात क्लियर है आपको. उसके बाद अगर आपको याद हो इमरजेंसी जब हम कर रहे थे, then the special power to discontinue the ongoing emergency, चलती इमरजेंसी में ब्रेक लगाने की पावर किसके पास है? सिर्फ और सिर्फ लोकसभा के पास. प्रियंका मीना, नो, राज्यसभा कैन ओनली पुट रिकंसिडरेशन, यस, विद और विदाउट रिकमेंडेशन. बहुत बढ़िया, यही बात मैंने भी अभी बोली. देखिए सर, ओके, सचिन कुमार मीना, नो, आंसर तो नो ही है. साहिल, नो, जस्ट सेंड टू राज्यसभा फॉर कंसिडरेशन. बहुत बढ़िया. देखिए सर, ऐसी ही इमरजेंसी की बात भी थी, इमरजेंसी चल रही है, ऑनगोइंग इमरजेंसी इज कट शॉर्ट बाय हुम? ओनली बाय लोकसभा, नॉट बाय राज्यसभा. इज इट क्लियर? ठीक है, अब इस पे 2 लाइनें मुलायजा है, आप लिखिए, राइट 2 लाइन्स ऑन दिस. और एक बात मैं आपको बार बार बोलता हूं कि इसे क्लास की तरह मत लो, इसे रिवीजन की तरह लो आप, क्योंकि काफी चीजें आपको खुद भी पता है, यू नो सम ऑफ द थिंग्स, सो टेक इट लाइक अ रिवीजन. सो व्हेन यू राइटिंग, रीड व्हाट यू राइटिंग. रिवीजन में यही तो होता है ना, हम समझ के उसको दोबारा पढ़ते हैं, 3 बार पढ़ते हैं, 4 बार पढ़ते हैं, तो रिवाइज व्हाट यू राइटिंग. एंड फॉर दैट फोकस ओनली ऑन द क्लास एंड द नोट्स. कुछ और चल रहा है, मैसेज आ रहे हैं, मोबाइल चल रहा है, बंद कर दीजिए सब चीजों को. देखिए, स्पेशल पावर्स ऑफ लोकसभा. व्हेन आई आल्सो कम टू द क्लास, आज तक का मेरा रिकॉर्ड है, इट्स बीन 10 years आई बीन टीचिंग, कभी मैं मोबाइल लेके नहीं आता क्लास के अंदर, because you cannot just focus on both the things. बल्कि स्टूडेंट आजकल लाने लगे, do not have mobile phones when you are in the class. क्लास ही तो है ये वर्चुअल. देखिए सर, एक लाइन, no confidence motion can be introduced. No confidence motion can be introduced. शीशराम बिश्नोई, पलक चंदक, नो, आंसर नो ही है. बहुत बढ़िया. No confidence motion can be introduced and passed. No confidence motion can be introduced and passed against the COM, against the COM only in LS. LS थोड़ा सा फील आएगा, लोकसभा. Only in LS. No confidence motion can be introduced and passed against the COM only in LS. Lok Sabha. Second point. Lok Sabha enjoys overriding powers with respect to the passage of money bill. With respect to the passage of money bill, and Rajya Sabha cannot reject or amend. Rajya Sabha cannot reject or amend a money bill. Rajya Sabha cannot reject or amend a money bill passed by Lok Sabha. Moreover, money bill is introduced and voted. Money bill is introduced and voted only in Lok Sabha. Money bill is introduced and voted only in Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha can only give Rajya Sabha can only give its recommendations. Rajya Sabha can only give its recommendations with respect to money bill, with respect to money bill within 14 days, with respect to money bill within 14 days, 14 days. Okay. Or even if they will not give suggestion, it will be assumed that the bill has been passed. वो सजेशन नहीं भी देते तो मान लिया जाएगा कि बिल पास हो गया है. ठीक है. थर्ड पॉइंट, who designed the parliament building, the Indian parliament building? एक ऑफ ट्रैक क्वेश्चन है और अगर आप एक्चुअली में ऑनेस्टली आंसर करना है तो आप आंसर ढूंढना मत कहीं पे भी, पता है तो जवाब दीजिएगा. हु डिजाइन्ड द पार्लियामेंट बिल्डिंग? जिसे तोड़ के अब नहीं बनने जा रही है उसको डिजाइन किसने किया था? Who was the chief designer of the parliament building which we have now is going to be replaced? ये सेंट्रल विस्ता बोल रहे हैं ना, ये पार्लियामेंट की बिल्डिंग, तो उसे किसने डिजाइन किया था ओरिजिनली? एक पर्पस है ये क्वेश्चन पूछने के पीछे. आई डोंट वांट टू चेक योर नॉलेज. द पर्पस इज ओनली दिस, दैट आई वांट टू टेल यू दैट वट एवर इज हैपनिंग अराउंड यू, रिगार्डिंग दैट यू शुड हैव अ 360 डिग्री नॉलेज. जो भी हो रहा है, आप देखो सेंट्रल विस्ता बार बार कर रहे हैं, पार्लियामेंट की बिल्डिंग हटाएंगे तो पार्लियामेंट के बारे में क्वेश्चन आ सकता है एग्जाम के अंदर, और ज्यादा आएगा तो प्री में आएगा. और एक बात और, इफ इट डजंट कम इन यूपीएससी, इट कैन कम इन अदर एग्जाम्स लाइक बैंक पीओ, आरबीआई, स्टेट पीसीएस, वहां पे भी आ सकता है. यूपीएससी भी पूछ सकता है. इट मे नॉट बी एन इंडिपेंडेंट क्वेश्चन, इट मे नॉट बी एन इंडिपेंडेंट क्वेश्चन, इट मे नॉट बी एन इंडिपेंडेंट क्वेश्चन, बट क्वेश्चन में एक लाइन ऐड कर देंगे, बोलेंगे यस और नो. ल्यूटन एंड बेकर, सुश्रुत, चार्ल्स ल्यूटन है उनका नाम या कोई और ल्यूटन है? दैट्स वेरी गुड. मुझसे क्वेश्चन मार्क मत लगाओ, थोड़ी सी अपने उस पर रिसर्च कीजिए. पार्लियामेंट कब बनी थी, किसने बनाई थी, कौन चीफ आर्किटेक्ट था, उसने और कौन सी सिटी प्लान की थी. द मैन हु वाज द डिजाइनर ऑफ द इंडियन पार्लियामेंट, ही डिजाइन्ड सम सिटीज ऑफ इंडिया, मेजर सिटीज ऑफ इंडिया. वो कौन सी थी? ऐसे थोड़ा R&D किया करो आप लोग. गूगल खोलो, उस पर थोड़ा सा रिसर्च करो, 2 लाइन लिखो. रिसर्च करने का मतलब मेरा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है दैट जस्ट फॉलो द जर्नल्स. उसमें जो बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन है कम से कम वो आप कलेक्ट कीजिए. मैं बार बार बोलता हूं, ये एग्जाम टीचर प्लस बुक एंड स्टूडेंट, इनका कॉम्बिनेशन है. नो टीचर नो सिंगल बुक कैन गेट यू थ्रू. और जो ये बोलता है कि मैंने कभी किसी की हेल्प नहीं ली, वो भी झूठ बोल रहा है. इट्स अ कोलैबोरेटिव एफर्ट. तो अपने लेवल पे एफर्ट मारी. दीपक कुमार, एडविन ल्यूटन एंड हर्बर्ट बेकर, बहुत बढ़िया. हरजोत सिंह सिंधु, ल्यूटेंस. आयुष पुरोहित, ल्यूटेंस. आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट द स्पेलिंग. उनको भी पता नहीं है सर, कोई बात नहीं. स्पेलिंग डजंट मेक अ डिफरेंस, बट देन यू शुड हैव अ आइडिया व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन अराउंड यू. एक लाइन और, सॉरी, लिखिए. लिखिए सर. फाइनेंशियल बिल कैटेगरी ए, फाइनेंशियल बिल कैटेगरी ए, कैटेगरी ए. अभी आप सिर्फ लिख लो, मीनिंग मैं आपको बताऊंगा. फाइनेंशियल बिल कैटेगरी ए, कैटेगरी ए कैन बी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन लोकसभा ओनली. फाइनेंशियल बिल कैटेगरी ए कैन बी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन लोकसभा ओनली. सो मेनी ऑफ यू हैव गिवन द आंसर. जयदेव पाठक, धनंजय सिंह, सुश्रुत, दीपक कुमार, हरजोत सिंह संधू, आयुष पुरोहित, साहिल. बहुत बढ़िया. लिखिए सर. नेक्स्ट, द रेजोल्यूशन आस्किंग फॉर, द रेजोल्यूशन आस्किंग फॉर, ये सब हो चुका है, नया नहीं है आपके लिए. द रेजोल्यूशन आस्किंग फॉर द डिसकंटिन्यूएशन, द रेजोल्यूशन आस्किंग फॉर द डिसकंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ द नेशनल इमरजेंसी, of the national emergency can be brought in Lok Sabha, can be brought in Lok Sabha only, can be brought in Lok Sabha only and passed in Lok Sabha, and passed in Lok Sabha, can be brought and passed in Lok Sabha only, because राज्य सभा में तो वोटिंग होती नहीं ना इसको लेकर, इंट्रोड्यूस भी लोक सभा में होता है, वहीं पास भी होता है. Can be brought and passed in Lok Sabha only. Last point. in the joint sitting of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, in the joint sitting of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, in the joint sitting of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, it is the speaker Lok Sabha, of course speaker तो Lok Sabha का ही होगा, it is a speaker Lok Sabha who presides the session, अच्छा मान लीजिए सपोज आई एम द स्पीकर Lok Sabha, Lok Sabha Rajya Sabha they are sitting for joint sitting चल रही है इनकी, तो आई एम द प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर, आई विल प्रिजाइड द सेशन, ठीक है ना. बट सपोज आई एम नॉट देयर, भाई ऐसा मैं भी तो इंसान हूं, बीमार हूं या हूं ही नहीं, ठीक है, कुछ भी हो गया, तो आई एम नॉट देयर, देन हु विल प्रिजाइड द सेशन इफ स्पीकर इज नॉट देयर. अगर स्पीकर नहीं है तो कौन होगा. अब मुझे मालूम है आप क्या जवाब दोगे, डेप्यूटी स्पीकर. आंसर सही भी है. इफ स्पीकर इज नॉट देयर देन हिज रोल्स आर टेकन अप बाय डेप्यूटी स्पीकर लोकसभा, ठीक है ना. भाई स्पीकर नहीं है, उसका काम डेप्यूटी स्पीकर उठा लेता है. जॉइंट सिटिंग में भी यही होता है. बट मान लो दोनों ही नहीं है तो क्या होगा. सपोज बोथ आर नॉट देयर देन हु विल प्रिजाइड द जॉइंट सिटिंग. स्पीकर डेप्यूटी स्पीकर दोनों नहीं है तो जॉइंट सिटिंग को प्रिजाइड कौन करेगा. हु विल प्रिजाइड द जॉइंट सिटिंग ऑफ लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा इफ स्पीकर एंड डेप्यूटी स्पीकर बोथ आर नॉट देयर. आंसर है डेप्यूटी चेयरमैन राज्यसभा. It's not the chairman Rajya Sabha, it is the deputy chairman Rajya Sabha who will preside the joint sitting of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. ठीक है सर, आंसर मैंने आपको दे दिया, no need to answer. If both are not there, then deputy chairman Rajya Sabha will preside the joint sitting. ठीक है. अब देखिए सर, बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग है और इजी है. ये है आपका लोकसभा. This is लोकसभा. Now Lok Sabha sessions are presided by this man called speaker. And suppose speaker, अभी ओम बिरला speaker है. Suppose speaker is not there, then deputy speaker will act as a speaker. He will not become the speaker. He will act as a speaker. तो जो काम वो करते थे अब ये भाई साहब करेंगे. ठीक है. अभी आप इस बात को समझिए कि लोकसभा में काम भी होता है, शोर तो होता ही है, काम भी होता है कुछ. So Lok Sabha has got some work. They got some requirement of documentary support. In Lok Sabha, if somebody is speaking, giving a speech, that is noted down. कभी आपने सुना है वो स्पीकर क्या बोलता है, बैठ जाइए, वो बैठता कहाँ है. फिर वो बोलते हैं कि what you are saying will not be recorded. आप जो बोल रहे हो रिकॉर्ड नहीं होगा. कभी कभी तो एक दूसरे को बड़ी अच्छे एडजेक्टिव से एड्रेस करते हैं वो लोग. तो कहते हैं कि this will not be entered in the records of Lok Sabha. But then who is entering all that in the records of Lok Sabha? Whatever are the parliamentarians saying, officially of course, on the floor of the house, that is recorded. कहने का मतलब ये लोकसभा वर्किंग को पूरा एक ऑफिस का स्टाफ की सपोर्ट चाहिए. लोकसभा रिक्वायर्ड सपोर्ट ऑफ अ फुल ऑफिस, और वो ऑफिस है लोकसभा सेक्रेटेरिएट. ये मैं पहले ही बता चुका हूं आपको. जब क्या किया था हमने, प्रेसिडेंट के केस में द हु वाज द प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर इन द केस ऑफ इलेक्शन ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट. आर यू एबल टू रिकॉल और नॉट? Secretary General Lok Sabha and Secretary General Rajya Sabha in rotation. देखिए सर, ये है आपका लोकसभा सेक्रेटेरिएट. सेक्रेटेरिएट means office. Now this office is there to support the working of Lok Sabha, to give secretarial assistance to Lok Sabha. ठीक है. अब ये जो ऑफिस है, ब्यूरोक्रेटिक इंचार्ज कौन है इसका? ब्यूरोक्रेटिक इंचार्ज है सेक्रेटरी जनरल लोकसभा. मतलब ऑफिसर इंचार्ज ऑफ दिस ऑफिस इज सेक्रेटरी जनरल लोकसभा. सेक्रेटरी जनरल लोकसभा एक बहुत ही सीनियर ऑफिसर होते हैं वो. ठीक है. अभी इनके ऊपर पॉलिटिकल हेड भी है. somebody is a political head also and that man is the speaker. भाई हम डेमोक्रेसी है ना, एवरी ऑफिस इज अल्टीमेटली अंडर अ पॉलिटिकल हेड. यहां पर पॉलिटिकल हेड कौन है? स्पीकर. ठीक है ना. अब ये जो स्पीकर साहब है, he is the boss of this office, final political boss, वो है स्पीकर. स्पीकर के नीचे जो ब्यूरोक्रेट है, उनमें जो बॉस है वो है सेक्रेटरी जनरल लोकसभा. ठीक है. अब एक बात समझिए आप, स्पीकर के दो रोल है. he has got two roles. one, he is a presiding officer of the Lok Sabha, मतलब he is in charge of Lok Sabha, he is a floor manager of Lok Sabha, and other is that he is also heading this office which is called as Lok Sabha secretariat. ठीक है. ये बात समझ में आ रही है आपको? अब आपसे मैं क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं सीधा, लेट मी आस्क यू क्वेश्चन डायरेक्टली। आई एम द स्पीकर लोकसभा। भाई क्यों ना दिल बहलाने को एक ख्याल अच्छा है गालिब, तो थोड़ा ऐसे दिल बहलाते हैं कि लेट्स से आई एम द स्पीकर लोकसभा, आई एम द स्पीकर लोकसभा, आई डिक्लेयर दैट दिस बिल इज अ मनी बिल। ये बिल मनी बिल है, मैंने बोल दिया, खत्म। अब एक बात बताइए मुझे, कैन आई बी क्वेश्चनड इन द कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ फॉर डिक्लेयरिंग दिस बिल एज अ मनी बिल? प्लीज आंसर। मेरा क्वेश्चन बहुत सिंपल है, मैंने बोला कि आई एम द स्पीकर लोकसभा, आई डिक्लेयर्ड अ पर्टिकुलर बिल एज अ मनी बिल। फॉर डिक्लेयरिंग अ बिल एज अ मनी बिल, कैन आई बी क्वेश्चनड इन द कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ? क्या मुझे कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ में क्वेश्चन किया जा सकता है? जवाब दीजिए सर, प्लीज आंसर यस और नो, सिंपल। Is the Speaker Lok Sabha can be questioned in the court of law for what he does as the Speaker of the House? बहुत आसान क्वेश्चन है, यस नो में तो जवाब देना आपको। धनंजय सिंह नो, जयदेव पाठक नो। मैं बाकी लोगों के नाम नहीं आ रहे, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि व्हाई ओनली 4-5 पीपल आर ओनली गिविंग आंसर्स। अदर शुड आल्सो आंसर ना। हो सकता है बाकी लोग सोच रहे हो इन्हें कर रहे तो हम सुन रहे, सुनने में मजा नहीं है सर, करने में मजा है। सो जस्ट गिव द आंसर, अदर शुड आल्सो गिव द आंसर। तभी सिंपल क्वेश्चन भी पूछता हूं, वन लाइनर, वन सेंटेंस, वन वर्ड। गोस्वामी नो, he cannot be questioned। बहुत बढ़िया, this is the answer। ठीक है सर, सीधी बात। It's like a house and who is the in charge of the house? Speaker। In charge cannot be questioned within the house for whatever he does। If I ask these people leave the house, I expel them from the house, I suspend them from the house for 2 days, nobody can question me within the house। Leave aside within the house, nobody can question me outside the house also। मतलब if you take me to the court, if you take me to the court, that you cannot do because my functions are sovereign। Sovereign मतलब I am the authority, it's my duty, it's my job, I do my job, don't question me within the house or outside the house। कोर्ट मुझे सवाल नहीं कर सकता है। लंका दुर्गा cannot be questioned। बहुत बढ़िया। तरुणा नो, शीशराम बिश्नोई नो, सबने सही आंसर दिया, बहुत बढ़िया। बट व्हाट आई हैव डन, प्लीज आंसर, व्हाट आई हैव डन, कैन दैट बी क्वेश्चनड इन द कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ? जो मैंने किया है क्या उसको क्वेश्चन कर सकते हो आप कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ में? प्लीज आंसर। रीना सेल्वराज नो, ही कैनॉट बी क्वेश्चन एज इट इज हिज पर्सपेक्टिव टू इंटरप्रेट दिस एज अ मनी बिल। ट्रू, बहुत बढ़िया। प्लीज आंसर, प्लीज आंसर, प्लीज आंसर। गंजी वेंकट नो सर, वेरी गुड सर। प्लीज आंसर। स्पीकर कैनॉट बी क्वेश्चनड फॉर व्हाट ही डज एज अ स्पीकर। Speaker cannot be questioned in the court of law for what he does as a speaker, but what he has done, can that action be questioned in the court of law? Yes or no? जो उन्होंने किया है क्या आप उसको सवाल कर सकते हैं कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ में? जवाब दीजिए yes or no, प्लीज आंसर yes or no। For what the speaker has done, what the speaker has done, can that action be questioned in the court of law? Please answer yes or no। Abhishek Kumar Pandey, yes, can be questioned। Vedant Oram, yes, it can be questioned in the court of law। Okay, मतलब वो कर सकते हैं क्वेश्चन, चैलेंज कर सकते हैं। मीनाक्षी, yes। This is very good, answer is yes। See, you cannot challenge me in the court of law, I will not be called by the court, court will not punish me what I have done, but what I have done, that action can be questioned। Example, हरजोत सिंह संधू, yes, बिल्कुल ऐसा आंसर yes ही है। ठीक है, एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको देके दिखाता हूं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स से आई डिस्क्वालीफाई हिम फ्रॉम द हाउस, मैंने इनको डिस्क्वालीफाई कर दिया। फॉर डिस्क्वालीफाइंग हिम फ्रॉम द हाउस, he cannot question me in the court of law, nor the court can question me there। कोर्ट ये नहीं बोलेगा इधर आओ डिस्क्वालीफाई क्यों किया, बट इफ आई हैव डिस्क्वालीफाइड हिम, he can challenge my action of disqualification। okay, in the court of law. And if court feels that he was not supposed to be disqualified, then disqualification can be nullified also. Okay, so court can review my action, court cannot challenge me in the court of law. Point number 2, question number 2, अभिरूप निगोटे, yes, बहुत बढ़िया, नए नाम आते हैं तो और खुशी होती है, बहुत बढ़िया. देखिए लंका दुर्गा कैन बी क्वेश्चन, बिल्कुल, वेरी गुड. See one more thing. See sir, I told you that as a presiding officer of the house, he cannot be questioned, but what he has done can be questioned. Point number 2, he is also, speaker is also the boss of Lok Sabha secretariat. As the boss of Lok Sabha secretariat, as the in charge of Lok Sabha secretariat, can the speaker be questioned in the court of law? Please answer. As the in charge of Lok Sabha secretariat, can he be questioned in the court of law? Please answer. As the in charge of Lok Sabha secretariat, can he be questioned in the court of law? Please answer. जवाब दीजिए, जवाब दो. For being the in charge of this office, can he be questioned in the court of law? Please answer. Shishram Bishnoi, yes. Adish Jain, yes sir. Okay. Hemant Srinivas, no. Answer is yes. What he does as a speaker, he cannot be questioned in the court of law. But what he does as the in charge of Lok Sabha secretariat, he can be questioned. Example, there is a corruption in the recruitment in this office. Then the final blame will come on the speaker and the court can question him also. Lanka Durga, yes, that's very true. Now what he has done as a boss of this office, he can be questioned. यहाँ corruption है, इल्जाम इन पे आएगा. Records are manipulated, इल्जाम किस पे आएगा? इनके ऊपर आएगा. And he can be challenged in the court also, personally. Okay, please write 2 lines. Please write 2 lines. देखिए sir, please write down about 2 lines on speaker. Speaker Lok Sabha, 2 lines. 2 lines are only symbolic. They are not 2 lines. लिखिए speaker. Speaker Lok Sabha is elected by the House. Speaker Lok Sabha is elected by the House from amongst the members of the House. From amongst the members of the House. मतलब from within the membership of Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha के member ही speaker चुने जाते हैं. From amongst the members of Lok Sabha. He is responsible to Lok Sabha. Speaker is responsible to Lok Sabha. Please read every line, every line. He is responsible to Lok Sabha and performs 2 important functions. Performs 2 important functions. And performs 2 important functions. First, performs 2 important functions. First, he is the presiding officer. He is the presiding officer of the House. He is the presiding officer of the House and he is the administrative head. He is the presiding officer of the House and he is the administrative head. He is the presiding officer of the House and second, he is the administrative head of the secretariat. मतलब final in charge. He is the head of the secretariat attached to Lok Sabha. Attached to LS Lok Sabha. as a presiding officer, as the presiding officer, he performs the sovereign functions. As the presiding officer, he performs sovereign functions of the legislature, for which he is not answerable, to the court of law, but as the administrative head of the Lok Sabha secretariat, he is answerable, please keep reading, he is answerable to the court of law. Speaker is assisted by, मतलब he is supported by, छोटा भाई भी है ना इनका एक, speaker is assisted by a deputy speaker who presides over Lok Sabha, in his absence, ठीक है. Now see, as I told in the last class also regarding chairman and deputy chairman, तब भी मैंने आपको बताया था, अभी वही बात बताने जा रहा हूं. Same thing I am going to tell you now. Please be attentive and enjoy the class. Don't take it like a burden. ठीक है ना? Have Coca-Cola along with it when you're having the class. Eat whatever you want, but just be involved. Okay? देखिए सर, सीधी बात. Suppose they are good friends and they decided to take a trip to Alaska. Alaska चले गए, ठंड में जाने की इच्छा है इनकी. So they took leave from office and both are absent. When speaker is absent, deputy speaker acts as a speaker. What if both are absent together? दोनों घूमने निकल गए एक साथ, भाई चले गए Mount Fujiyama. So they are absent from office. So if both are absent from office, who will act as the presiding officer of the house? The house will decide who will act as the presiding officer. मतलब अगर दोनों absent हैं, then the house will choose a member of the house. Lok Sabha will choose a member of Lok Sabha to act as a presiding officer. But if after going to Alaska, they say we are not coming back, we want to settle down here, it's very cold and cool, Christmas bhi aa raha hai. So they have vacated the office, vacant. Suppose both the offices become vacant at the same time. दोनों भाई एक साथ ही मान लीजिए अलास्का से वापस आ रहे थे, प्लेन क्रैश्ड, सो वैकेंट हो गया दोनों ऑफिस. उस केस में प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया विल अपॉइंट अ मेंबर ऑफ लोकसभा टू एक्ट एज द प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर टिल द टाइम द स्पीकर इज इलेक्टेड फ्रॉम द हाउस. क्लियर? नए न भाई नए दोनों वैकेंट हो गए ना, मतलब दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू कम बैक. वैकेंसी इन बोथ द ऑफिसेस, vacant, they will not come back. Either they have been removed, either they have resigned or dead. So they will not come back. Okay, dead है, दोबारा आ गए तो फिर हार्ट अटैक आ जाएगा लोगों को. So vacant है. In that scenario, President of India will pick a member of Lok Sabha and appoint him as the acting presiding officer, not the presiding officer. ठीक है? उसके बाद when he will be the acting presiding officer, election for the new speaker will be conducted and you will have the new speaker. Then the new speaker will preside the session for the election of deputy speaker. Okay? Election for the deputy speaker is presided by speaker. 2 lines. If speaker and deputy speaker, if speaker and deputy speaker Lok Sabha, both are absent from office, both are absent, पता नहीं क्यों absent है, घूमने गए हैं, बीमार हैं, जो भी है, either they are not well or they have gone somewhere. If speaker and deputy speaker both are absent from office, then the house will choose a member, Lok Sabha, then the house will choose a member of Lok Sabha to act as the presiding officer. to act as a presiding officer. However, if there is a vacancy, in both the offices, then the President of India, if there is a vacancy in both the offices, then the President of India will appoint a member of Lok Sabha, to act as a speaker, ठीक है? And then election, of course, elections will be held and he will be picked up for the house. देखिए सर, एक बात समझने वाली है कि in the case of Rajya Sabha, see, when you are going for Lok Sabha, just have a comparison with the Rajya Sabha. At that time I told you that deputy chairman will give the resignation to the chairman and chairman will give his resignation to the President of India. Here that's not a case. It's like a mutual give and take. I give my resignation to you, you give your resignation to me, and then let's go to Alaska. यहाँ पर भी यही है. The speaker will address the resignation to the deputy speaker and deputy speaker will hand over the resignation to the speaker. They will give resignation if they want to each other. देखिए सर, the speaker hands over the resignation, hands over his resignation, the speaker hands over his resignation to the deputy speaker, and vice versa, to the deputy speaker and vice versa. आप जानते हैं इसका मतलब, and vice versa मतलब the reverse is also true, and vice versa. इसमें एक कन्वेंशन भी है. Please tell me one thing. What is the convention regarding Speaker of Lok Sabha? Speaker Lok Sabha is from the ruling party. Speaker Lok Sabha can be from opposition party. Speaker Lok Sabha can be from any party. Please answer. Speaker Lok Sabha is from the ruling party. Convention wise, Speaker Lok Sabha is from the ruling party. Speaker Lok Sabha is taken from the opposition party. Speaker Lok Sabha can be taken from any party. Please answer. What is the convention regarding the speaker? He belongs to the ruling party, opposition party, or any party. Please answer. Please answer. Speaker Lok Sabha is from which party? The ruling party, opposition party, or he can be from any party? Please answer. Ayush Purohit, ruling party. Harjot Singh Sandhu, Speaker Lok Sabha is from the ruling party, but Deputy Speaker is from opposition. Okay. Speaker ruling party, Deputy Speaker from opposition. Hemant Srinivas. Gothami M, any party. Shishram Bishnoi, ruling party. Answer है any party. Answer is any party. मेरी पेन लीक हो रहा है. Answer is any party. See, why this answer Gothami M is very appreciable. The idea is that speaker can be from any party, ruling party, opposition party, any party. But if speaker is picked up from the ruling party, which mostly he comes from the ruling party, but the convention is, tradition is, the practice is, if speaker is from the ruling party, then deputy speaker will be picked up from the opposition party to maintain a balance. Okay, remember this, it's not necessarily that the speaker will be only from the ruling party. However, if he is from the ruling party, then ensure that the man who becomes deputy speaker, he is belonging to the opposition party. It has become a convention. Okay, so first they elect the speaker, and if he comes from the ruling party, which mostly he is, then you pick up the deputy speaker only from the opposition party. Okay, that is the convention. Please write down this thing. As per the convention, convention means it's a tradition. As per the convention, if speaker is from the ruling party, as per the convention, if the speaker is from the ruling party, if the speaker is from the ruling party, then the deputy speaker is from the opposition party. Then the deputy speaker is from the opposition party. Then deputy speaker is from the opposition party. Clear? I told you that these people can resign also, and when they resign they address the resignation to each other. But can they be removed from the office? Matlab before time can they be removed? Answer is yes. Now let me tell you one thing, the same thing which I told you regarding the chairman Rajya Sabha and deputy chairman, with the only difference that chairman Rajya Sabha, when he is removed, his removal is approved by Rajya Sabha as well as Lok Sabha. Because he is not the chairman only, he is the vice president of India. Okay, so chairman Rajya Sabha, when he is being removed, the approval comes from both the houses. Whereas when deputy chairman is removed, the approval comes only from Rajya Sabha. Same thing is true for them. These people are member only of Lok Sabha. When he is being removed, the voting takes place only in Lok Sabha. If suppose he is being removed, the voting takes place only in Lok Sabha, not in Rajya Sabha. However, the common aspect is that whether he is removed, whether deputy chairman is removed, the removal is to be approved by the majority of all the then members of the house. All the then members का मतलब क्या है? All the then members का मतलब है effective majority. Effective majority का मतलब 500 बार बता चुका हूं, 50% of the total membership minus the number of vacancies. So you have to have more than this support for the proposal to be passed. Okay, so speaker removed from the house by a voting approved by effective majority. Deputy speaker removed by a voting approved by effective majority. But before you even work upon the removal, before you vote upon the removal, the resolution should be supported by, resolution for what? What is the resolution? Resolution is the intention. Okay, so the intention that he has to be removed or he has to be removed, this resolution should be supported by minimum 50 MPs of Lok Sabha. Okay, unless 50 MPs support this, the proposal will not be accepted and the process to remove them will not begin. Moreover, other than 50 members of the house supporting the resolution of removal, 14 days notice must also be given upon them. Matlab, let's say 55 people, example, 55 people say that yes, they will be removed, they should be removed. They matlab not both of them together, he should be removed or he should be removed. Then after it is supported by minimum 50 MPs, then 14 days time is also given to them. Sir, you are being removed. Prepare your defense. You want to resign, you can resign before that also. Okay. अब एक बात समझने वाली है. Speaker is to be removed. Please answer now. Speaker is to be removed. Speaker को हटाना है. Can he preside over his own removal? No. Deputy Speaker is to be removed. Can he preside his own removal? No. Speaker is to be removed. Can he vote during his own removal? Yes or no? Speaker is to be removed. Can he vote during his own removal? Yes or no? जवाब दीजिए सर. When the speaker is to be removed, a voting takes place. Of course, in the voting, does the speaker vote or not? Please tell me. Will the speaker vote during his own removal? Yes or no? Will the speaker vote during his own removal? Yes or no? Ayush Purohit, no. Arijit Chaube, no. Harjot Singh Sandhu, yes, he can vote. I want some new names also. Jaidev Pathak, no, he cannot vote. Okay. कुछ नए नाम आए तो जिंदगी बन जाए. A few more people, new means के just indicative that people are getting involved. Rishabh Mishra, answer is no. Okay. Yashwardhan Mishra, yes. Answer is yes. अरे सर, he is a member of the house. मैंने आपको लॉजिक लास्ट टाइम नहीं दिया था कि चेयरमैन डज नॉट वोट ड्यूरिंग हिज ओन रिमूवल, क्योंकि ही इज नॉट द मेंबर ऑफ द हाउस. बट ए डेप्यूटी चेयरमैन व्हेन ही इज बीइंग रिमूव्ड ही कैन वोट एंड ही हैज टू वोट इन द फर्स्ट केस, नॉट ड्यूरिंग टाई. यहां पर भी यही है. आभा दास, यस. यशवर्धन मिश्रा, यस. आंसर इज यस. अरे ही इज अ मेंबर ऑफ द हाउस. मेंबर हैज अ राइट टू वोट whether it's his own removal only. Okay, so he will not preside the session, that's for sure, but he can vote. Same goes for deputy speaker. Deputy speaker can also not preside the session for his own removal, but he can vote at that time. Write one line. Okay, लिखिए सर. Speaker or deputy speaker, speaker or deputy speaker, उसी पे रखो. Speaker or deputy speaker can be removed from office. Speaker or deputy speaker can be removed from office by MPs of Lok Sabha. By MPs of Lok Sabha. By passing a resolution. By passing a resolution. By passing a resolution with a majority of all the then members, with a majority of all the then, 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 majority of all the then members of the house, majority of all the then members of the house, that is brackets में लिख लीजिए effective majority, brackets effective majority. However, such a resolution must be supported by, at least 50 members of the house. Such a resolution, which resolution? The resolution of removal. Such a resolution must be supported by at least 50 members of the house. 50, at least 50 members of the house. and before working upon the resolution, and before working upon the resolution of 14 days advance notice, before working upon the resolution of 14 days advance notice must be served upon, 14 days advance notice must be served upon the officer to be removed. 14 days advance notice must be served upon the officer to be removed. ठीक है, आगे लिखिए. स्पीकर और डेप्यूटी स्पीकर, स्पीकर और डेप्यूटी स्पीकर cannot preside the session for their respective removal, cannot preside the session for their respective removal. However, they can vote. But the voting must be done. They can vote, but the voting must be done in the first instance itself. मतलब voting by them, but the voting can be done in the first instance itself and not after a tie, and not after a tie, not after a tie. Okay. See, special powers means that those powers are exclusively held by him. They are not available with any other officer of any other house. Matlab, there are some powers which are given only to the Speaker Lok Sabha. They are not available with the corresponding officer in Rajya Sabha. Who is the corresponding officer? Chairman. तो वो पावर जो सिर्फ स्पीकर के हाथ में है, चेयरमैन के हाथ में नहीं है, वो कौन सी पावर है? सबसे बड़ा, the biggest power and the most controversial also is whether a bill is a money bill or not. Certification will be given by the Speaker Lok Sabha. मतलब government will bring a bill as a money bill. Okay, sir, this is a money bill. But whether actually it's a money bill or not, the final stamping or approval will be given by the Speaker. मतलब his word on the bill is the final word. Government can say this bill is a money bill. If he says no, that's not a money bill, then the bill will not be taken as a money bill. Okay, it's a very huge power. It's a big power. Because the special powers of Speaker. First, the Speaker has to certify. The Speaker has to certify special powers of Speaker. The Speaker has to certify that a bill is a money bill. That a bill is a money bill. And his decision in this regard is final and binding. And his decision in this regard is final and binding within the House. Matlab, in court you can challenge that, but within the Houses of Parliament it's final. And his decision in this regard is final and binding. Next, it is a speaker who presides over, it is a Speaker Lok Sabha who presides over a joint sitting of both the Houses of Parliament. It is a Speaker who presides over the joint sitting of both the Houses of Parliament. Next, देखिए सर एक बात और. Now don't ask me the meaning right now. There is a अभी मीनिंग मैं आपको बता नहीं पाऊंगा, आई टेल यू द मीनिंग व्हेन द कंटेक्स्ट विल बी देयर. देयर इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ एमपीज टू स्टडी. देखो वो भी स्टडी कर सकते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि सारे अनपढ़ होते हैं. यस, मेनी ऑफ देम आर इलिटरेट बट सम ऑफ देम हैव सम नॉलेज. सो दे कैन बी अ ग्रुप ऑफ एमपीज who are being formed as a committee to study a specific issue, and those group of parliamentarians to study a specific issue, that group is called as parliamentary committee. Okay, parliamentary committee, for example CAG की report है, CAG report. The CAG report is very big and bulky. Parliament cannot study this. So what they do, they give this report to a group of parliamentarians कि भाई please study the report and give us a summary. इसे पढ़ के हमें एक समरी दे दो. ओके, जो यूपीएससी में इंटरव्यू देते हैं वो भी क्या करते हैं, कुछ बच्चे लिखते हैं सर आई हैव अ हॉबी ऑफ रीडिंग नॉवेल्स, रीडिंग बुक्स. बुक पढ़ी नहीं है उन्होंने, वो समरी पढ़ लेते हैं नेट से. दे गो थ्रू द समरी एंड देन इफ समबडी आस्क हिम कि व्हाट इज द थीम ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर बुक, वो रट देते हैं, वो रटा ही होता है, वो बोल देते हैं जाके. यहां पर भी यही. तो पार्लियामेंट्री कमिटी विल समराइज द इशू एंड टेल इट टू द पार्लियामेंट दैट दिस इज द इशू, यू टेक द डिसीजन नाउ. ओके, सो पार्लियामेंट्री कमिटीज are nothing but a collection of MPs from Lok Sabha and from Rajya Sabha combined also. Okay, Lok Sabha Rajya Sabha के MP की combined committees होती है maximum. Now if there is a parliamentary committee, जैसे public accounts committee, estimates committee, standing departmental related standing committee, ठीक है ना, ethics committee, privilege committee. So in these committees there is a chairman also, and the chairman of the committee, irrespective of which committee it is, the chairman of the parliamentary committee is appointed always by the speaker Lok Sabha. And suppose speaker Lok Sabha himself is a member of a parliamentary committee, then by default he becomes the chairman of the committee. दो लाइन. The committees of parliament, the committees of parliament मतलब parliamentary committee only, the committees of parliament are essentially the committees of Lok Sabha, are essentially the committees of Lok Sabha. मतलब most of them they work under the control of Lok Sabha only. They will submit the report to the speaker only. लिखिए, are essentially the committees of Lok Sabha, and they function under the speaker Lok Sabha, and they function under the speaker Lok Sabha. If chairman of a parliamentary committee, if chairman of the parliamentary committee is to be appointed, if chairman of a parliamentary committee is to be appointed, then it is a speaker Lok Sabha. If chairman of a parliamentary committee is to be appointed, then it is a speaker Lok Sabha who does this. And if the speaker himself, is a member of a parliamentary committee, and if speaker himself is member of a parliamentary committee, then he is the ex officio. Ex officio matlab because you are speaker and you are the member of the committee, you automatically become the chairman. Okay, he is the ex officio chairman of that committee. He becomes the ex officio chairman of the committee. He becomes the ex officio chairman of the committee. देखिए सर, ऐसा है कि all of you must have gone to school. I have also gone to school. Now, this is an experience when I was young to khair itna bhi old, now also not very old, but then when I was a school kid, and I used to go to school during the break. So when I used to go there, because we used to play basketball, तो जब जाते थे छुट्टियों में, so that time I was wondering that nobody is there in the school except us, but other than us there is one man who is always there in the school, and the most terrifying also. You know who this man was? This man was a principal. Teachers of students of matlab holiday, vacation, but this man is always in the school. So I used to wonder, एक दिन मैंने पूछ लिया ऐसे, having some courage, just got some courage, and I asked him, sir, why are you always there in the school? School में क्यों रहते हैं हमेशा? Then he gave an answer, I don't know for what, he smiled and he gave an answer. He said, I am there so that people come to know that the school is still working. It's only under vacation. The school has not been sold out. ऐसा नहीं कि school बिक चुका है. School तो है. Vacation will be over, teachers will come, students will come, there will be again a fair here, and then things will be back to normal. But then nobody should think that the school has been sold because there is nobody, there is no school teacher, there is no student. Same way here also in Lok Sabha. When Lok Sabha is dissolved, यहाँ पर भी principal कौन है? Speaker. Suppose Lok Sabha is dissolved. What do you mean by dissolved? I have told you number of times that dissolution means all the members will cease to be the members of the house. जब आपने लोक सभा को डिसॉल्व कर दिया, लोक सभा डिसॉल्व हो गया, तो सारे मेंबर अब जो है लोक सभा के जो भी थे, all the members will lose their membership of the house. Every member will lose the membership of the house. Okay. Now there is no MP effectively in Lok Sabha. New elections are being held. New elections will give you new MP, and those MPs will come into the office. Okay. But till the time, today you have dissolved the house, elections will be over, results will be out, MPs will come back, but that can take some time. That can take, let's say 15 days, 1 month. Today the house was dissolved. Before elections are conducted, new MPs are brought, they enter the house. That can be a gap of some time. ठीक है ना? आज हाउस को डिसॉल्व किया, नए MP आएंगे, इलेक्शन के थ्रू आएंगे, उस पर टाइम लगेगा. तो उस दौरान आप देखना कभी जाके, when you go to the Lok Sabha, you open the door, you feel that Lok Sabha has been dissolved. So there is no MP Lok Sabha. It will be an empty house. Go there, whistle, shout, echo. That's not the case. Open the house and you'll have one man sitting in the office. वो आदमी कौन है? वो आदमी होगा Speaker Lok Sabha. So what I mean to say is that even when Lok Sabha is dissolved, Lok Sabha dissolve हो गई तो भी एक आदमी आपको वहीं दिखेगा स्पीकर के ऑफिस में, और वो आदमी है सर कौन? स्पीकर. That person himself is a speaker. Speaker remains speaker even when Lok Sabha has been dissolved, and he is there not working. ऐसा नहीं वो काम कर रहा है, आप जाओगे दिख जाएगा आपको. He is not there actually working. He is symbolically holding the post, so that he is giving a communication to the world and to the country that Lok Sabha is still alive. It's not sold out. It's not dead. It's not destroyed. It's only a kind of a vacation. These people will again come to the house. They will again make noise. But who? New MPs. Okay. Old MPs have been dropped. Old MPs have been removed. New MPs will come. Wait for that time. So speaker is only communicating that message that institution is still alive, and I am there to tell the message. I am there to give the message. देखिए, special position of speaker. When Lok Sabha is dissolved, please keep reading what you are writing. When Lok Sabha is dissolved, जब लोक सभा डिसॉल्व हो जाती है, all the members of Lok Sabha, when Lok Sabha is dissolved, then all the members of Lok Sabha cease matlab they will stop. All the members of Lok Sabha will cease to be the members of the house, will cease to be the members of the house. However, the speaker continues in his office. However, the speaker continues in his office till कब तक, till new Lok Sabha is constituted, till new अगली लोकसभा, new Lok Sabha is constituted. And how are you going to form the Lok Sabha? Election के बाद, till new Lok Sabha is constituted. This is because when Lok Sabha is dissolved, this is because when Lok Sabha is dissolved, Lok Sabha as an institution does not come to an end. This is because when Lok Sabha is dissolved, Lok Sabha as an institution does not come to an end. Lok Sabha खत्म नहीं हुई है, करण अर्जुन फिर आएंगे. Lok Sabha as an institution does not come to an end. Therefore, the speaker continues. Therefore, the speaker continues in the office to represent the Lok Sabha. To represent the Lok Sabha. देखिए साहब, ये है हमारे स्पीकर साहब. Okay, now understand this thing that Lok Sabha has been dissolved. Old MPs, no more MPs. We are waiting for new MPs. They will come after election. नए MP आएंगे इलेक्शन के बाद. Till the time, speaker will be there in office. Till the time, speaker will be there in office. ठीक है ना? जब तक नए MP नहीं आते, स्पीकर साहब ऑफिस में रहेंगे. Now elections are conducted. You have got new MPs of Lok Sabha. These MPs of Lok Sabha will now enter the house. The moment they will enter the house, the old speaker, the previous speaker will now leave the office of speaker. पुराने स्पीकर साहब स्पीकर का ऑफिस छोड़ देंगे. Now this is vacant. What will happen now? So what we do, of all the new MPs which we have elected, the senior most not in terms of age, seniority is with respect to the experience of being Lok Sabha MP. मतलब नए जैसे ही नए मेंबर आएंगे, पुराना स्पीकर तो छोड़ देगा ऑफिस. अब किसी को तो बिठाना पड़ेगा ना यहाँ पे टेम्पररीली. तो हम क्या करते हैं, इन सब में जिस एमपी के पास सबसे ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस होता है लोकसभा एमपी बनने का, among all these people, the person who has got maximum experience of being Lok Sabha MP, he is picked up and he is declared what is referred as speaker pro tem or pro tem speaker. Matlab he is a kind of a temporary speaker. Okay, so among all these people, the person who has maximum time period being MP of Lok Sabha, he is picked up and made the pro tem speaker. ठीक है ना? एज वाइज होता तो अडवाणी जी होते, एज के हिसाब से नहीं लेते हम इसको यहाँ पे. अब उसको चुन लिया, प्रो टेम स्पीकर बना दिया. पॉइंट नंबर 1, who will appoint him as a pro tem speaker? President of India. Point number 2, who will give him oath? President of India. Point number 3, what is his job? Pro tem speaker job is to administer oath on the members of Lok Sabha. भाई एक ये खुद तो हो गया, इसको ओथ किसने दिलाई? प्रेसिडेंट ने. बाकी के मेंबर्स को ओथ कौन दिलाएगा? ये सर खुद. आउट ऑफ 543 MPs, one will be the pro tem speaker, administered oath by the President of India, and now the remaining 542 MPs will be administered oath by the pro tem speaker. ये बात समझ में आई आपको? ओथ देने के बाद, after administering oath upon these new MPs, pro tem speaker will still be in the office and he will preside the election for the new speaker, the regular speaker, the full-time speaker. Okay, so pro tem speaker has got two jobs. One, he administers oath on the MPs of Lok Sabha. Second, the election for the new speaker of the new Lok Sabha will be conducted under the chairmanship of pro tem speaker. Clear? Now please answer one thing. एग्जाम में वो क्वेश्चन पूछता है आपसे कि अकॉर्डिंग टू द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, हु एडमिनिस्टर्स ओथ ऑन the MPs of Lok Sabha. According to the Constitution of India, who administers oath on the MPs of Lok Sabha? What is the answer? Please answer. The question is that according to Constitution of India, who administers oath on MPs of Lok Sabha? Please answer. Ayush Purohit, President. Sushant Harit, President. So, why only 2 answers? Others should also try, ना? भाई बाकी लोग भी तो कोशिश करो, या यही 2 लोग एग्जाम देने वाले? सुप्रिया माइकल, स्पीकर लोकसभा. फोर लंका दुर्गा. 4 मतलब प्रोटम स्पीकर. गोथामी एम, प्रोटम स्पीकर. See, that's why nothing to be taken personally. First of all, Vedant Oram, Protem Speaker. That's why I tell you that when you have taught something in the class and when you actually attempt the question, there can be some gap. And to bridge this gap, sometime I ask you some questions which I know UPSC can also ask. And if you are serious enough, keep noting down these things. They will help you in exam like anything, and you understand their value only when you clear it or when you do this paper very well. Deepak Kumar, Protem Speaker. Jagjit Singh, Speaker Lok Sabha. Answer is the President of India. Answer है President of India. Did not I focus on this? According to Indian Constitution, who administers oath on the members of Lok Sabha? Sir, according to Indian Constitution, whether it's Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, it is the President of India who must administer the oath. Okay? Oath देने का काम primarily संविधान ने किसको दिया है? President of India को. अब this is not the complete line. It says the member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha both. Okay? So member of Parliament are administered oath by the President or somebody on his behalf. Practically, that somebody is the Protem Speaker and there it is the Chairman Rajya Sabha. Please understand this what I am saying. Constitution के हिसाब से तो President को oath दिलानी चाहिए, but वो तो possible है नहीं, तो वो ये लिख देते हैं कि President of India administers oath upon MPs, whether Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. President of India will administer the oath or somebody will give it on his behalf, and that somebody in the case of newly formed Lok Sabha is the Protem Speaker, and in the case of Rajya Sabha it is the Chairman Rajya Sabha. Okay, so practically it is the Protem Speaker and there it is a Chairman, but constitutionally It is the President of India. Moreover, even when he does not use the word constitutionally and he has still mentioned President, then still President is the best answer. Pick up the President, okay? Because he is just doing the job on the behalf of President of India. Primary job to administer oath is with the President of India, okay? ठीक है ना? लिखिए 2 लाइन. Please write 2 lines on pro tem speaker. 2 lines. Pro tem speaker is appointed and administered oath by. Pro tem speaker is appointed and administered oath by the President of India. The President of India. He is generally the senior-most member. He is generally the senior-most member of the newly elected Lok Sabha. Of the newly elected Lok Sabha. In terms of number of years, in terms of number of years served as, in terms of number of years served as member of Lok Sabha. Member of Lok Sabha. In terms of number of years served as member of Lok Sabha, he performs 2 important functions. He performs 2 important functions. First, he conducts the oath of office. He conducts the oath of office to the newly elected members of Lok Sabha. He conducts the oath of office to the newly elected members of Lok Sabha. Conducts the oath of office to the newly elected members of Lok Sabha. And thereafter, उसके बाद भाई पहले ओथ दिला दी किसके बिहाफ पे? प्रेसिडेंट के बिहाफ पे. And thereafter he presides over the election. And thereafter he presiding officer presides over the elections for the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Thereafter he presides over the election for the Speaker of Lok Sabha. ठीक है? In brackets kindly write down that it is the President of India who administers oath on MPs or somebody on the behalf of President, and that somebody is the pro tem speaker, and in Rajya Sabha it is the chairman Rajya Sabha. ठीक है? Now please let me change my question and try to answer this. If you are free with writing the notes, please answer this. Who administer? देखो ये तो ठीक है कि MPs will be administered oath by the President or somebody on his behalf, which in the case of Lok Sabha is pro tem speaker. MPs को तो oath दिलाता है President, या President के behalf पे वो oath दिलाता है कौन? Pro tem speaker. मेरा question simple है. Who administers oath of office to the Speaker of Lok Sabha? Who administers oath of office to the Speaker Lok Sabha out of these options? पीछे दिए ना. Who administers oath of office to the Speaker Lok Sabha? Please answer. President of India, Taruna. Okay. Praveen Nagar, Pro Tem Speaker. Sushrit, Pro Tem Speaker. My question last time I am repeating. Who administers the oath of office to the Speaker of Lok Sabha? So you are giving different answers. Sushant Harit, Pro Tem Speaker. Most of you are giving the answer Pro Tem Speaker, Pro Tem Speaker. Let me wait for 2-3 more answers. चाय में चुस्की लेके पीने का अलग ही स्वाद है. आवाज भी आनी चाहिए. श्रद्धा प्रताप, 4 मतलब Pro Tem Speaker. Ganji Venkat, President. May I give the answer? This is the answer. Nobody. Prachi Tiwari, President of India. Arey answer है nobody. Sir, Speaker. मैंने क्वेश्चन क्या बोला था आपने ध्यान से सुना? मैंने बोला who administers oath of office to the Speaker of Lok Sabha. I am not talking about MP. I am talking about Speaker. When I am Speaker, who will administer oath to me as being the Speaker or for being the Speaker? Speaker does not take oath as a Speaker. He takes oath only as MP Lok Sabha. मैंने MP की बात करी, मैंने बोला Speaker को Speaker की oath कौन दिलाता है? Speaker की oath होती ही नहीं है. There is no oath to be the Speaker of Lok Sabha or to be the Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha. Okay. In fact, Pro Tem Speaker also takes oath as the MP Lok Sabha. Okay. So in Lok Sabha, if there is an oath, it's only for being MP. No oath for being the Speaker or Deputy Speaker or Pro Tem Speaker. Pro Tem Speaker also takes oath as MP. He does not take oath as Pro Tem Speaker. Okay. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है. आप लोग थोड़ा सा R&D थोड़ा पहले कराया करो तो अच्छा रहेगा. Please write down. But don't worry, even if the answer is not correct, doesn't make a difference. I am happy to see the names. That's it. 2 लाइन इसके ऊपर लिख लीजिए. आप लिख लो इसको. Speaker and Deputy Speaker do not take oath. Speaker and Deputy Speaker do not take oath as a Speaker or Deputy Speaker. As a Speaker or Deputy Speaker. As a Speaker or Deputy Speaker. Do not take oath as a Speaker or Deputy Speaker. They take oath as MP. They take oath as MP. Okay. Even the same thing is true for Pro Tem Speaker. Pro Tem Speaker के साथ भी यही चीज है. He takes oath only as MP, not as Pro Tem Speaker. See, just let me complete the last point. Hardly it will take me 2 minutes. After that, I'll give you chance to question also. Okay? मुझे आखिरी point cover करने दो, 2 मिनट लगेंगे. उसके बाद, if you have a question, you can put up. ठीक है. Let's say today Lok Sabha is constituted. आज लोक सभा बन गई. इलेक्शन के बाद new members have come. They have taken oath. So Lok Sabha term has started, and the normal term of Lok Sabha, normal life of Lok Sabha is 5 years. Okay. Now, can Lok Sabha be dissolved before 5 years? Of course, Lok Sabha can be dissolved before 5 years. Let's say government has seen no confidence motion against government. Pass हो गया. Lok Sabha dissolve. Government could not get a money bill passed. Government confidence motion defeated. Government gone. Lok Sabha dissolved. So any reason government is removed and there is no alternative government from that Lok Sabha, then we throw out the Lok Sabha and we bring the new Lok Sabha. From that Lok Sabha we bring a government. So what I mean to say is that kabhi kabhi before 5 years also sometimes Lok Sabha is dissolved, so that new Lok Sabha elections are conducted, new MPs are there, and from the new MPs you get a new government. Okay, अब देखिए normal time is 5 years, but it can be dissolved before 5 years also. Now suppose Lok Sabha is dissolved after 3 years, 3 साल बाद Lok Sabha dissolve हो गई, then the election for the new Lok Sabha must be conducted within 6 months. For any reason Lok Sabha is dissolved before 5 years, then election for the new Lok Sabha must be conducted within 6 months. उसके बाद can Lok Sabha continue beyond 5 years? Answer is yes, during national emergency. During national emergency, Lok Sabha can be given an extension of 1 year. Suppose emergency is going on, we cannot conduct the election, term of Lok Sabha is coming to an end, no problem, we give an extension of 1 year, 1 साल की extension दे देते. Still situation is not normal, we give 1 more year of extension to Lok Sabha, and this way we can give any number of extension. But let's say Lok Sabha is living the extended life, in between emergency comes to an end, emergency over, now within 6 months election for the new Lok Sabha must be conducted. Okay, please write down tenure of Lok Sabha. The normal tenure of Lok Sabha is 5 years. Normal tenure है 5 साल. The normal tenure of Lok Sabha is 5 years. However, normal tenure of Lok Sabha is 5 years. However, it can be dissolved. It can be dissolved. It can be dissolved before 5 years also. However, it can be dissolved before 5 years also. And then election for the new Lok Sabha, and then election for the new Lok Sabha must be conducted. Election for the new Lok Sabha must be conducted within 6 months. Within 6 months from the date of dissolution. Within 6 months from the date of dissolution. आगे लिखिए. The life of Lok Sabha can be extended. Life of Lok Sabha can be extended beyond 5 years also. Life of Lok Sabha can be extended beyond 5 years also. Life of Lok Sabha can be extended beyond 5 years also. पंकज दिखाओ उसको. Life of दिखाना. Life of Lok Sabha can be extended beyond 5 years also. Life of Lok Sabha can be extended beyond 5 years also. During national emergency. During national emergency. भाई 5 साल से आगे भी तो बढ़ा सकते हैं हम. During national emergency. By 1 year at a time. By 1 year at a time. By 1 year at a time. 5 साल से आगे भी बढ़ाई जा सकती है, एक एक साल करके. By 1 year at a time. However, the extended life of Lok Sabha, cannot go beyond 6 months. However, the जो लाइफ बढ़ी थी, however, the extended life of Lok Sabha cannot go beyond 6 months. Cannot go beyond 6 months after national emergency come to an end. Extended life of Lok Sabha cannot go beyond 6 months after national emergency has come to an end. After national emergency has come to an end. ठीक है सर. Now on this till now any problem you are free to ask. अगर कोई दिक्कत है अभी तक जो हमने डिस्कस किया, any problem on that, you are free to question. on what we discussed till now. On this you have any problem, you are free to question. See, it's not about the seniority. Tushar, constitutionally who is senior? Vice President, Chairman Rajya Sabha or the Speaker Lok Sabha? Constitutionally, तो of course the Vice President of India is senior. But don't say that senior कौन है इन तीनों के अंदर से, because a very fundamental question is not right. क्योंकि Vice President of India of course is a second citizen of India. So Vice President of India is any day senior to the Speaker Lok Sabha. But when he is playing the role of a Chairman Rajya Sabha, then he has not been given those powers which are available to the Speaker Lok Sabha. Joint sitting ka for example. So when joint sitting is being presided by the Speaker Lok Sabha, then don't think that he has become senior to the Vice President of India. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. ऐसे तो there are some powers which are available with a minister, but that power is not with the President of India. तो ये थोड़ा बोलोगे मिनिस्टर सीनियर है और वो जूनियर है. बट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली अगर आपने वर्ड लगाया, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम रेस्पेक्टिंग दिस क्वेश्चन एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग कि इट इज द वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया हु इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली सीनियर टू ऑल ऑफ देम. चेयरमैन राज्यसभा, स्पीकर लोकसभा, डेप्यूटी स्पीकर लोकसभा, इन सब में सीनियर वही है. Sir, who administers the oath to the newly elected MP if in case the previous was disqualified during his term? Priyanka Meena. देखिए, as far as I can understand this question is that, जैसे मुझे समझ में आया, I may be wrong, I may be right. The way I have understood this question, let me read the question again so that you also can hear this question. Sir, who administers the oath to a newly elected MP if in case the previous किसको बोला है? शायद MP को बोला होगा. In case the previous was disqualified during his term. देखिए, ये कहना ये चाह रही है, I think, let's say these are the MPs of Lok Sabha and one of them was disqualified. Disqualified मतलब he is taken out of the house. उन्हें भगा दिया हाउस से, मतलब निकाल दिया हाउस से. He lost the membership. Now in his place there will be the new member. एक नया मेंबर आएगा. Lok Sabha has not been dissolved. Only one member is thrown out and one member has come in his place. तो अब इनको ओथ कौन दिलाएगा? इन्हें ओथ दिलाएंगे अब स्पीकर ऑफ लोक सभा, because it's a running Lok Sabha where you have disqualified a member and a new member has replaced him. So Speaker Lok Sabha will administer oath on him, but when he does this, Speaker Lok Sabha does this, he is doing it on the behalf of President of India only. ठीक है. प्राची तिवारी, कैन प्रोटम स्पीकर पार्टिसिपेट इन द इलेक्शन ऑफ द स्पीकर लोकसभा? देखिए, ही विल नॉट, ये यहां पर वही वोट है कि ही विल नॉट गिव वोट बिकॉज प्रोटम स्पीकर इज ऑल्सो इन द चेयर, सो ही विल नॉट गिव वोट इन द फर्स्ट इंस्टेंस हु विल बी द स्पीकर ऑफ लोकसभा. बट यस, इफ देयर इज अ टाई देन ही विल गिव अ कास्टिंग वोट. ठीक है ना. पहले वो वोट नहीं करेंगे कि स्पीकर के इलेक्शन में पहले वोट नहीं करेंगे प्रोटम स्पीकर, बट टाई हो गया तो कास्टिंग वोट दे सकते हैं. Because after all he has also to show that I am neither favoring Congress, I am neither favoring BJP. जो स्पीकर वोट करता है अपने रिमूवल में कर सकता है, ही कैन वोट ड्यूरिंग हिज ओन रिमूवल. Can the same speaker become again the speaker of Lok Sabha? If yes, then how? Yogendra. Of course he can become the speaker again. Suppose I am the speaker Lok Sabha and I am speaker Lok Sabha of the current Lok Sabha. When Lok Sabha life will be over, elections will be conducted. I will also contest the election. भाई मैं भी तो MP हूँ, मैं दोबारा election contest करूँगा. I will again contest the election. I may again win. I may again become MP. I may again become member of the new Lok Sabha. I can again contest to be the speaker. I can again win. So again I got the office. ठीक है ना, स्पीकर भी एक MP ही है. So when Lok Sabha is dissolved, speaker symbolically remains speaker, but simultaneously this man is contesting election also. Suppose he wins the election, he becomes MP. He can again now contest for the office of the new speaker in the new Lok Sabha. He can win, he can again become the speaker. Point clear? Is the point clear? See, I think there is no other query because I cannot see more questions. So, expecting that there is no other query and seeing the time also, the next topic which I want to take, it will take me some time to explain you all those things. जो अगला टॉपिक मैं लूंगा उसमें मुझे थोड़ा सा टाइम लगता है समझाने में, ठीक है ना. सो टेक अ ब्रेक ऑफ 10 मिनट्स, 10 मिनट के बाद मिलते हैं. आफ्टर 10 मिनट्स आई वी मीट यू अगेन एंड रिफ्रेश योरसेल्फ. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक विल टेक सम टाइम टू कंप्लीट. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड easy also, but that is very relevant for exam जो अगली चीज मैं लेने वाला हूँ. Okay, so see you after 10 minutes. See, this is quite interesting, but these things do come in exam. अब क्या है कि पार्लियामेंट पासेस बेसिकली 4 कैटेगरीज ऑफ बिल्स. पार्लियामेंट 4 तरह के बिल पास करता है. बिल मतलब कि प्रोस्पेक्टिव लॉ. बिल पास बाय पार्लियामेंट गिवन एसेंट बाय द प्रेसिडेंट, इट बिकम्स अ लॉ, इट बिकम्स एन एक्ट. ठीक है ना. सो अ प्रोस्पेक्टिव लॉ इज अ बिल. नाउ दैट लॉ कैन बी मेड डिपेंडिंग ऑन द इश्यू इन्वॉल्व्ड. द बिल कैन बी ऑर्डिनरी बिल, money bill, financial bill, constitutional amendment bill. Now let me tell you one thing. I'll tell you the exact meaning of these bills possibly day after tomorrow when we have a class. Okay, so I'll tell you the meaning of these bills specifically, don't worry about this. As of now, just try to understand the factual aspect, because in exam they do ask these things and they are moderately similar, so it's not easy to remember also. So making a chart makes the job easy. Chart will help you compare the things on the comparable parameters. That becomes easy. Pictographic memory, दिमाग को रटने की जरूरत नहीं है. अच्छा, in the picture it was there, such and such. Recall will be easy. Okay, so I'm giving a chart comparing these 4 bills on various parameters. पहली बात कि what is the meaning of this bill? मतलब इसका में मतलब क्या होता है? Then is the presidential recommendation required? Is recommendation of the president required to introduce the bill? See, recommendation does not mean assent to the bill. काफी बच्चे सोचते हैं कि when President of India has recommended a bill, he has given the approval to the bill. Recommendation is only to process the bill. He has not given you the approval on the bill. That is assent. That will take place later on. So here's few bills. Before you put them in the house, you require the permission of the president. Sir, with your permission, can we work upon the bill? He will say, okay, work upon the bill. That is a recommendation. Okay, so he's only approving the introduction of the bill. He has not approved the bill or the material. That will happen later on. Okay? So in some bills, presidential recommendation is required. So what I have written here is that first is the meaning of the bill. Second is the recommendation of the president required to introduce the bill. Presidential recommendation चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए. तीसरा, the bill is introduced where? Lok Sabha और Rajya Sabha. ठीक है. Third, by what majority the bill is passed. Means what is the minimum support required for the bill. बिल को पास करने के लिए मिनिमम सपोर्ट कितना होना चाहिए, दैट इज मेजोरिटी. सो दैट इज द नेक्स्ट पैरामीटर, बाय व्हाट मेजोरिटी द बिल इज पास्ड. ठीक है. अगला, रिगार्डिंग पासिंग द बिल, हु इज मोर पावरफुल, लोकसभा और राज्यसभा. उसके बाद see, there is a thing called deadlock. Deadlock, I'll explain you. Deadlock means that both the houses cannot come to a consensus that whether the bill has to be passed or not. It's a deadlock. It's a kind of, you can say, a kind of a jam. One house is passing the bill, other house is rejecting the bill. One house has passed the bill, other house has not taken any action upon the bill for 6 months. It's a deadlock. You are not moving ahead. Stalemate. ठीक है ना? So what will happen if there is a deadlock with regard to the bill? I'll explain each and everything. Don't worry. उसके बाद last point is assent of the president. मतलब president of India will give the approval or not, or what can he do if he does not give the approval? Assent of the president. ठीक है? So ये कुछ on these parameters I'll compare these bills, and that bill is not for the sake, this comparison is not for comparison, it is for information. देखिए सर ध्यान से, money bill I'll explain as I told you. Money bill is a bill which is discussed under article 110 clause 1 sub clause A to sub clause F. Okay, money bill वो bill है जिसका discussion article 110 clause 1 sub clause A to sub clause F में हुआ है. उसके बाद financial bills are basically two types, category 1 and category 2, also called category A or category B. So here I am referring only to financial bill category 1 or category A. It's one and the same thing. Category B I'll discuss separately. Category B का जिक्र मैं अलग से करूंगा. ठीक है. So this is financial bill category A or category 1. I hope it is visible. Now this bill is mentioned under article 117 clause 1. Then when you have a constitutional amendment bill, matlab the proposal is to change the constitution, amend the constitution. This is given under article 368 of the Constitution of India. ठीक है ना? So money bill is this under this article, financial bill category A or category 1 under article 117 clause 1, constitutional bill under article 368, and what is an ordinary bill? देखिए सर, कभी कभी जब जवाब ना हो ना, when you don't have an answer, if somebody is asking you what is a banana, and you don't have an answer, then you say whatever is not apple is banana. ऐसे बोल सकते हो, it's a wrong answer, but then still to save your skin. Somebody asks you what is night, tell him that whatever is not day is night. That is also wrong, but still it can save the skin. यहाँ पे also you have to give the similar approach. Somebody asks you what is an ordinary bill. Here it is completely correct. Ordinary bill is any bill which is not a money bill, which is not a financial bill, which is not a constitutional bill. मतलब a bill other than these bills will be an ordinary bill. ये इसी तरह से define होता है. So a bill other than the remaining three categories of bills will be an ordinary bill. A bill other than the remaining three categories will be an ordinary bill. ठीक है सर, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Is president's recommendation required to introduce an ordinary bill? क्या प्रेसिडेंट की रिकमेंडेशन चाहिए ऑर्डिनरी बिल को इंट्रोड्यूस करने से पहले? जवाब दीजिए, यस और नो. प्रेसिडेंट्स approval is required before you put the bill in the house, yes or no? I am talking about only the ordinary bill. Please answer. ऑर्डिनरी बिल के केस में आप उसको जो हाउस में रखते हैं, क्या पहले प्रेसिडेंट की अप्रूवल लेनी होती है, रिकमेंडेशन चाहिए होती है? प्लीज आंसर, यस और नो, हेड और टेल. Is presidential recommendation required before you put the bill in the house? If it is an ordinary bill. Ordinary bill की बात कर रहा हूं मैं. Only ordinary bill. Is the recommendation of the president required to introduce the bill if it is an ordinary bill? You can give yes or no or any explanation you want to give. You can add the explanation also. आपकी इच्छा है, you are completely free. Write whatever you want. जो लिखना है लिख दो. नो तुषार. मैंने अभी आपको बोला कि आप यू आर कंप्लीटली फ्री टू राइट व्हाटएवर यू वांट. नो, यस, यू वांट टू एक्सप्लेन समथिंग, यू कैन एक्सप्लेन. और जबरदस्ती नहीं एक्सप्लेन करना ही करना है. दुर्गेश सिंह, नो सर. लंका दुर्गा, नो. मौसम जैन, नो. पलक चंदक, यस. लाइफ की ब्यूटी है कि द ब्यूटी ऑफ लाइफ इज दैट एवरी आंसर इज नॉट एक्सपेक्टेड और कैन बी गिवन इन यस और नो. समटाइम्स देयर कैन बी समथिंग इन बिटवीन ऑल्सो. ओके, इन फैक्ट डोंट इंसिस्ट ऑल्सो ऑन यस और नो. से यस और नो. कुछ बीच का रास्ता भी निकल आता है. यहां पर भी वही है. तरुणा, नो. सी नॉर्मली तो रिगार्डिंग ऑर्डिनरी बिल, जैसे अब क्रिमिनलाइजिंग ट्रिपल तलाक ऑर्डिनरी बिल था अपने आप में. नॉर्मली तो ऑर्डिनरी बिल में, इन ऑर्डिनरी बिल रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. ऋषभ मिश्रा, नो. बट इफ इट इज एन ऑर्डिनरी बिल related to Article 3 of the Indian Constitution. What is Article 3? Article 3 is the power of the parliament to change the name, area, boundary of any state. किसी भी स्टेट का नाम, उसकी एरिया, उसकी बाउंड्री चेंज करने की पावर आर्टिकल 3 देता है पार्लियामेंट को. सो इफ लेट्स से आंध्र प्रदेश रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक्ट to divide Andhra into Andhra and Telangana was an ordinary bill, but this was under Article 3. ये वो बिल था जो आर्टिकल 3 के तहत था. These bills are ordinary bill, but they require the recommendation of the President of India. Okay, so whatever is something strange ना, I'll write with red pen. जो थोड़ी अलग बात है मैं लाल पेन से लिखूंगा. Most of you are writing no, but the answer is something between yes and no. Okay, see, ordinary bill is a recommendation of the President required? Answer is no, not required except in case of a bill under Article 3 of the Indian Constitution. Presidential recommendation is not required except in case of a bill under Article 3. Article 3 is to change the name, area, boundary of a state. ठीक है, देखिए सर, मनी बिल के केस में क्या होगा? मनी बिल के केस में presidential recommendation is required or not? Answer is easy, it is yes. मनी बिल के केस में प्रेसिडेंट साहब की रिकमेंडेशन चाहिए होती है. In the case of money bill, president's recommendation is required before you put the bill in the house. Financial bill category A, presidential recommendation is required before you put the bill in the house. Clear? Please answer. A bill under Article 368 means it's a constitutional amendment bill. Is presidential recommendation required or not before you put the bill in the house? Before you put a constitutional bill in the house, president's recommendation required or not? Please answer. Presidential recommendation required or not? Constitutional bill की बात कर रहा हूं मैं. I'm talking about constitutional bill. Okay, so some of you are writing a yes, Tushar Goyal yes, Prachi Tiwari yes, and some of you are saying no, Vam Krishna no, Sachin no, Hemant no. Answer is no. इसको मैं लाल पेन से लिख रहा हूं because normally the instinct is that when you have a constitutional bill, as important as a constitutional bill, recommendation would be required, but answer is no. In this case, presidential recommendation is not required. Mausam Jain yes, it is not required sir. तभी मैंने लाल पेन से लिखा है. This is something which you don't expect, but this is the answer. ठीक है, अब देखिए सर, ऑर्डिनरी बिल इज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड वेयर, लोकसभा और राज्यसभा. तरुण यार नो, नो मतलब वो पुराना वाला आंसर है. दैट्स ट्रू. देखिए, ऑर्डिनरी बिल कैन बी ब्रॉट इन आइदर ऑफ द हाउस, नो प्रॉब्लम. मतलब इट कैन बी ब्रॉट इन लोकसभा और राज्यसभा. इट कैन बी ब्रॉट इन आइदर हाउस, नो प्रॉब्लम. लोकसभा में लाओ, राज्यसभा में लाओ और घर जाओ. It can be brought in either house, doesn't make a difference. ठीक है ना. Money bill, अभी just now I told you, I mean before the break I told you that money bill is introduced only in Lok Sabha, introduced in Lok Sabha only. ठीक है. मनी बिल कहां आएगा? सिर्फ लोकसभा के अंदर आएगा. ओनली विमल, ओनली लोकसभा. फाइनेंशियल बिल कैटेगरी ए, वेयर इज इट ब्रॉट? आंसर इज लोकसभा ओनली. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बिल, वेयर इज इट ब्रॉट? आइदर हाउस. मतलब इट कैन बी ब्रॉट इन लोकसभा और इट कैन बी ब्रॉट इन राज्यसभा. ठीक है. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बिल कहीं भी आ सकता है, लोकसभा में भी इंट्रोड्यूस हो सकता है और राज्यसभा में भी इंट्रोड्यूस हो सकता है. ऑर्डिनरी बिल, बाय व्हाट मेजोरिटी इट इज पास्ड? किसकी कितना सपोर्ट चाहिए होता है? द मेजोरिटी रिक्वायर्ड इज सिंपल. सिंपल मीन्स बाय द मेजोरिटी ऑफ, बाय द सपोर्ट ऑफ मोर देन 50% ऑफ द मेंबर्स प्रेजेंट एंड वोटिंग. सिंपल मेजोरिटी यही होती है ना, 50% of the members present and voting. Money bill is passed by what majority? Simple majority. Financial bill category A is passed by what majority? Answer is simple majority. ये भी simple majority से पास होता है. ठीक है. Constitutional bill आपको सबको पता है, I'm sure all must be knowing. Constitutional bill is passed not by simple majority but by special majority. And when I say special majority, this means that more than 2/3 of the members present and voting, and also the majority of the house, majority of the membership of the house, मतलब absolute majority से भी ज्यादा होना चाहिए. I've explained you number of times these things. 2/3 of the members present and voting, and that should be more than the absolute majority of the house. मतलब 50% of the membership of the house, उससे भी ज्यादा होना चाहिए नंबर. So simple majority, simple, simple, special. Special means 2/3 of the members present and voting, and also it should be more than the majority of the membership of the house. That is absolute majority. ठीक है. अब देखिए ऑर्डिनरी बिल के केस में can Rajya Sabha reject an ordinary bill? Yes. So regarding an ordinary bill, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, they are equally powerful. ठीक है. ऑर्डिनरी बिल के केस में लोकसभा राज्यसभा बराबर की पावर रखते हैं. राज्यसभा कैन ऑल्सो रिजेक्ट एन ऑर्डिनरी बिल, राज्यसभा कैन ऑल्सो इंट्रोड्यूस एन ऑर्डिनरी बिल. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू मनी बिल, लोकसभा इज ऑल पावरफुल कंपेयर्ड टू राज्यसभा. This is legislative power with regard to passing the bill. मतलब who is more powerful with regard to passing the bill? Here तो it is they are equally powerful. Money bill में लोकसभा is more powerful, more important. When it comes to financial bill, who is more powerful? Financial bill category A. Who is more powerful? Please answer. Financial bill category A को pass fail करने के मामले में who is more powerful? Please answer. It is about financial bill category A. Who is more powerful regarding passage of financial bill category A? Who is more powerful regarding passage of a financial bill category A? Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha? It is introduced in Lok Sabha, no doubt. Please answer. Vineet Kumar, Lok Sabha is more powerful. Okay. Mausam Jain, both equal. मतलब राज्यसभा के रिजेक्ट कर सकती है इसको. इट मीन्स राज्यसभा कैन ऑल्सो रिजेक्ट एन फाइनेंशियल बिल कैटेगरी ए. Sachin Kumar Meena, equally powerful. Okay. Adish Jain, Lok Sabha. Well, Lok Sabha is more powerful when it comes to financial bill category A. Prachi Tiwari, Lok Sabha. I want more people to answer. New names. Priyanka Meena, equal. बाकी लोग जो सिर्फ देख रहे हैं कि दूसरे आंसर कर रहे हैं वो भी आंसर करें, अच्छा रहेगा. फीस आपने भी भरी है. साहिल, इक्वली पावरफुल. आंसर इज इक्वली पावरफुल. बहुत बढ़िया. देखिए सर, सी अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग. फाइनेंशियल बिल कैटेगरी ए ऑन दीज 3 काउंट्स is like a money bill. Financial bill category A on these 3 counts, this is like a money bill. Both require recommendation of the president before you introduce them. Both are brought only in Lok Sabha. Both are passed by simple majority. But once financial bill is introduced in Lok Sabha, passed by Lok Sabha, comes to Rajya Sabha, it becomes an ordinary bill. It is taken as an ordinary bill. Financial bill category A is introduced with the recommendation of the president in Lok Sabha, passed by Lok Sabha. Now it comes to Rajya Sabha. When it comes to Rajya Sabha, it is taken as an ordinary bill. And regarding ordinary bill, Lok Sabha is equal to Rajya Sabha. Okay. What I mean to say is that when this bill comes to Rajya Sabha can reject it also. ठीक है ना? तो बराबर की पावर रखते हैं इस बिल को लेकर. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बिल के केस में who is more powerful? Regarding constitutional bill, who is more powerful? मैं आपको बता दूं, राज्यसभा भी रिजेक्ट कर सकता है. मैं कई बार लिखा चुका हूं, आपको पूछूंगा, काफी लोग इसमें भी गलत करेंगे, मेरी नाक कट जाएगी. सो आई राइट द आंसर माई सेल्फ. लोकसभा इज इक्वली पावरफुल एज राज्यसभा एंड वाइस वर्सा. बोथ हैव सेम पावर्स रिगार्डिंग पासिंग एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बिल. क्लियर? अब देखिए डेडलॉक क्या होता है. डेडलॉक का मतलब ये है, जैसे let's say you have a friend, all of you must be having some friends. So you have a friend and on some issue you are stuck with each other. You want to have something, the other person is not ready for that and vice versa is also possible. ठीक है ना? आप कहते हो हम ये ऑप्शन लेंगे, दूसरा कहता है मैं ये ऑप्शन नहीं लेना है. दोनों को एक ही लेना है ताकि एग्जाम में एक दूसरे की हेल्प कर सकें. Now there is a stalemate. What you want, the other person does not want or vice versa. What you have asked for, the other person has not replied. Reply भी नहीं आया है. Deadlock. अब देखिए, in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha there can be deadlock. Deadlock कैसे होगा? A bill was brought anywhere, Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. One house passed the bill. One house can be any house. One house passed the bill, other house rejected the bill. But the bill is so important that if there is a possibility that it can be passed, then it should be passed. One house passed the bill, other house rejected the bill. President of India can ask them, don't just ignore it that way. Sit down together and solve the matter. So if the one house passes the bill, other house rejects the bill, it's a deadlock. But then a joint sitting can be called so that mutually they can discuss and debate upon the issue, and in a combined capacity they may pass or reject the bill. You want to reject the bill? Okay, just have one word before you reject it. Before you give up the offer, just have one word with this person. Okay, यहाँ पर यही है, joint sitting is like joint sitting. It's a deadlock. One house passing the bill, other house rejecting the bill. It's a deadlock solved by joint sitting. One house passed the bill, other house did not act upon the bill for 6 months. One house passed the bill, went to other house is not working upon the bill for 6 months. 6 महीने हो गए, काज करा ही नहीं. Neither they have passed it nor they have rejected it. Deadlock. You can again sit together and discuss it. Joint sitting. Clear? One house passed the bill, bill went to other house has given some suggestions. Those suggestions are not acceptable to the first house. Again it's a deadlock. Sit together, discuss, debate, pass or reject. So what I want to say is that when there is a deadlock happens under 3 conditions. I'll dictate also. Deadlock 3 conditions में होता है. जब deadlock होता है ordinary bill के केस में, तो उसको solve कैसे किया जाता है? Deadlock in the case of ordinary bill is solved by calling a joint sitting of both the houses. 3 times through joint sitting a bill has been passed. ठीक है ना? 3 बार joint sitting से एक bill, 3 bill pass हुए अभी तक. So when there is a deadlock over a bill and the bill is an ordinary bill, you can have a joint sitting of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha to resolve the deadlock. When it's a money bill, deadlock cannot happen. Reason? Rajya Sabha at best can give suggestions. Those suggestions, if accepted by Lok Sabha, well and good. If not accepted, they are gone. So in the case of money bill, no deadlock is possible because Rajya Sabha has very less role. No deadlock possible. Okay. Financial bill category A. Now it is like a simple bill. So on financial bill category A, if both the houses are having some kind of problem, sit together and solve it. Call a joint sitting. Constitutional bill के केस में, let's say one house passes the bill. Constitutional bill, it is ठीक है. ओके, प्लीज फोकस ऑन दिस नाउ. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बिल का केस है. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बिल के केस में अगर डेडलॉक हो जाता है, बिल खत्म हो जाता है, मतलब हियर नो मींस नो, एवरी सिंगल नो इज अ फाइनल नो. वन हाउस पास द बिल, अदर हाउस रिजेक्टेड द बिल, बिल इज डेड. वन हाउस पास द बिल, अदर हाउस डिड नॉट एक्ट अप ऑन द बिल फॉर 6 months, बिल इज डेड. मतलब इफ इट्स अ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बिल and it's a deadlock, bill will come to an end. Bill will come to an end if there is a deadlock. Bill will come to an end in case of a deadlock. I'll give you time to note down all these things, don't worry. Okay, see, ठीक है सर, ध्यान दीजिए. रही बात एसेंट ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट की. इफ इट इज अबाउट द एसेंट ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट, व्हाट आर द ऑप्शन? सी, लेट्स से इट्स एन ऑर्डिनरी बिल. मान लो ये एक ऑर्डिनरी बिल है. अब प्रेसिडेंट साहब इस पे क्या एक्शन ले सकते हैं? प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया मे गिव हिज एसेंट. ठीक है, ऑर्डिनरी बिल था, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने क्या दे दिया? एसेंट दे दिया अपना. ठीक है, ये भी हो सकता है, इट इज पॉसिबल दैट ही मे नॉट गिव एसेंट, रादर ही मे पुट वीटो. वीटो आई हैव टोल्ड यू नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स. वीटो मतलब he says I am not going to give approval, absolute veto. He can send back the bill for the reconsideration of the parliament, suspensive veto. By pehla first veto, what is first veto? President of India says I am not going to sign the bill, but he says so when asked to say so by government. ठीक है ना? और उस वीटो को क्या बोलते हैं? That veto is absolute veto. On the same bill, he may not apply absolute veto, he may apply suspensive veto, or he can sit over the bill, pocket veto. ठीक है ना? So if it is an ordinary bill, President of India either can give assent or he may apply veto. Veto any of the 3 vetoes. Money bill. मनी बिल के केस में प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया में गिव एसेंट और प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया में अप्लाई वीटो. कौन सा वीटो? ही कैन नॉट अप्लाई सस्पेंसिव वीटो. और एक बात आप याद रखना सर, मनी बिल के केस में आई एम पुटिंग दैट विद रेड पेन. रेड पेन इसलिए ताकि आपको याद रहे, दिख जाए. इन द केस ऑफ मनी बिल, इफ प्रेसिडेंट इज गिविंग एसेंट This is purely as per convention. He is not constitutionally bound to give assent, but out of convention he gives assent. I hope this is visible. बाद में मैं zoom भी करके दिखाऊंगा आपको. Money bill, President of India gives assent usually as a matter of convention. He is not bound constitutionally that you have to give. Or at best he can apply veto. Which veto? Absolute veto, which he has already applied in PAPSU case. Okay, absolute veto is denying signing the bill, but he can do so on the advice of government. Suspensive veto he cannot put on money bill. Money bill पे suspensive veto नहीं लग सकता है. Either he will give approval according to convention, or he will give absolute veto, but that too when asked by government. Suspensive veto he cannot. Pocket veto he does not, out of convention. Financial bill category A. I told you some time back that when it's a financial bill category A, once it reaches Rajya Sabha, it is treated like an ordinary bill. So if on ordinary bill, these are the options with the president, same options are available here also. So either he will give his assent or he may put veto. Which veto? Any of the three. Absolute, suspensive or pocket. Now when it comes to constitutional bill, let me tell you one thing very clearly. He is bound to give assent under constitution. संविधान में लिखा है कि under article 368 it is written that when President of India receives a constitutional bill, he has to give assent. मतलब under constitution is bound. It's not convention, it's constitution. He has no other option but to give his approval. ठीक है? So constitutional bill के केस में President of India gives assent as a matter of constitutional provision. Clear? Now if you want to take some time, you can note down. Then I'll give you some time to question me. Then I'll dictate you on deadlock. Then I'll tell you what is a financial bill category B. ठीक है? Take 2-3 minutes, whatever time you want. And if you want to zoom upon something, you can tell me. I'll tell the person to zoom upon because I can see the whole chart in one frame. हाँ पहले 3 दिखा दो, उसके बाद वो दिखा देना. Yes, first these 3 can be taken down. Then the last column can be taken down later on. हाँ ये 3 आ जाएंगे, वरना 2 दिखा दो, 2 करके दिखा देना. आ रहे? वो भी दिखा देना थोड़ा. Now any problem on this that you also can send to me now. What we discussed till now, अगर इसको लेके कोई समस्या है तो आप भेज सकते हैं. Then I'll rub this whole chart. I'll discuss what is deadlock, and then I'll tell you what is this meaning of financial bill category B. Not the meaning, but the conditions. Meanings I'll tell you of all these bills in the class day after tomorrow. इसको लेके जो हमने अभी तक डिस्कस किया, कोई तकलीफ है, कोई दिक्कत, कोई डाउट, तो आप पूछ सकते हैं, नहीं तो फिर इसे रब किया जाएगा, इसे मिटा दिया जाएगा. So if I think there is no problem, just write 2 lines on the meaning of deadlock. Deadlock over passage of a bill. If there is no problem, write 2 lines on this. Deadlock over passage of a bill. Deadlock matlab there is a disagreement between the 2 houses over passing a bill. They are not in agreement. Deadlock over passage of a bill. Write just 1 line. Matlab 1 line is not actually 1 line. Deadlock over passage of a bill. लिखिए. Deadlock is presumed. Deadlock is presumed between the 2 houses when there is a final disagreement. When there is a final disagreement between the 2 houses, over passage of a bill, between 2 houses over passage of a bill as indicated under the following 3 conditions. As indicated under the following 3 conditions. First, as indicated under the following 3 conditions. First, just write down what I am dictating, then I will tell you what you are asking me. A. Ravi Huda, in constitutional bill last section what article number is written in the red pen? Ravi Huda ji, you are so intelligent, don't ask me this, you answer yourself. भाई आप समझो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बिल आर्टिकल कौन सा हो सकता है? 368. भाई आर्टिकल 368 ही तो है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बिल से जुड़ा हुआ. सो अंडर आर्टिकल 368 प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज बाउंड टू गिव एसेंट. ठीक है. सो जब आपने पूछा है कि विच आर्टिकल नंबर, देन इट इज आर्टिकल 368. रेड पेन से भी वही लिखा था, ब्लू से भी वही लिखा है, ब्लैक से भी वही लिखा है. देखिए, फर्स्ट, व्हेन वन हाउस पासेस द बिल, but the other house rejects the bill, एक हाउस ने तो बिल पास कर दिया, दूसरे ने नहीं किया, डेडलॉक हो गया ना. अभी कभी कभी होता है ना, जैसे घर में ही है कि यू वांट टू गो फॉर आउटिंग, अदर पर्सन डजंट वांट टू गो, सिट टुगेदर, डिस्कस, देन द अदर पर्सन मे एग्री. लिखिए सर, व्हेन वन हाउस पासेस द बिल बट अदर हाउस रिजेक्ट्स इट, ये डेडलॉक है. बट द अदर हाउस रिजेक्ट्स इट, और सेकेंड केस, when the second house does not take any action, on the bill for 6 months, 6 महीने 6 months after having received the bill, from the originating house, Third condition of deadlock, when the second house suggests some amendments, which are not acceptable, second house suggests some amendments which are not acceptable to the originating house, In all such cases, मतलब these are the cases of deadlock. In all such cases, President of India, article is 109, but article doesn't make a difference here. In all such cases, President of India can convene a joint sitting, of both the houses to resolve the deadlock. President of India can convene a joint sitting of both the houses to resolve the deadlock. The deadlock is resolved in the joint sitting through a simple majority. In the joint sitting through a simple majority. See, let me tell you one thing more. There is something called financial bill category 2 or category B. Now, financial bill category 2 or category B is taken as just like an ordinary bill, with the difference that here presidential recommendation is required before you put the bill in the house. मतलब ये bill ordinary bill जैसा ही है, फर्क इतना है कि ordinary bill unless it's a bill under article 3, ordinary bill you do not take recommendation of the president before you put the bill in the house. But this financial bill category B is in other matters is like an ordinary bill, with the exception that president recommendation is required before you put the bill in the house. ठीक है ना? So it can be brought in Lok Sabha or it can be brought in Rajya Sabha, but wherever you bring it, presidential recommendation is first required. President साहब का recommendation चाहिए. Clear? See, one more thing, as I was told just now on the message, that some of you are complaining that your messages are not being forwarded. So I feel sorry for this, but then the point is that technologically also there are some constraints. Time factor is also there. So do not take these things very seriously. Effort is made to present every answer which has been sent. And I personally feel very happy, and even Abhishek sir, who is a communicator between you and me right now, so he is also making all the efforts to make the communication smooth. Okay, and he would also love to give as many responses as possible to me, but then मैं बार बार आपको बोल रहा हूँ, टेक्नोलॉजी की भी अपनी एक लिमिटेशन होती है, टाइम की भी लिमिटेशन है. So don't lose heart if your name is not being read or your answer is not seen. स्क्रीन की भी एक साइज है, फिर इसको स्क्रॉल करना पड़ता है, मैं बार बार बताता हूं आपको. डोंट लूज हार्ट. द एफर्ट इज टू इनकॉर्पोरेट एज मेनी रेस्पॉन्सेज एज पॉसिबल. ठीक है ना? एंड इवन व्हेन यू आर गिविंग द आंसर एंड दैट इज नॉट बीइंग रेड, द पर्पस इज स्टिल सर्व्ड, बिकॉज द पर्पस इज टू एंश्योर दैट यू थिंक व्हेन यू आर इन क्लास. You apply your brain when you're in class. कभी कभी आप इस बात को समझो, it's like charity. Even when nobody is watching, would you stop doing good job? You stop doing good job? No, you still do good job. Because motivation is intrinsic. कल मैंने आपको क्या बताया था? Whether you love somebody, whether you work for something, then the motivation should come from within. It should not be that there is another person holding something, so you want to go close to him, or this job is pulling you rather than you going towards it. यहाँ पर भी यही है. When you are answering, it should not be because I am asking you to answer. It should be from within. Keep working. Every answer which you give will enhance your understanding. Take my words. हर आंसर जो आप दे रहे हो आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग को बड़ा करेगा. So be involved and do not feel bad. And I apologize for this, that your name could not be read for reasons I told you. ठीक है? Be involved. It's a teamwork. Be active member of the team, irrespective of these things. Actually, I wanted to take disqualification right now, but then time is not allowing me that. At 5 o'clock I have one more class. So I'll take this small topic, sessions of the parliament. Question एक simple पूछता हूँ आपसे. How many sessions every year are provided under the Indian Constitution which Parliament must have every year? How many sessions have been provided by the Indian Constitution which Parliament must have every year? Please answer. How many sessions of Parliament must be held by Parliament every year according to the Constitution of India? Please answer. How many sessions of the Parliament must be conducted every year by Parliament according to Constitution of India? Please answer. भारतीय संविधान के हिसाब से पार्लियामेंट के हर साल कितने सेशन होने चाहिए? Please answer. If you want, I can give you option also. अगर आपको चाहिए मैं आपको option भी दे सकता हूँ. Though I think you need not require option, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the answer? Every year, according to the Indian Constitution, how many parliamentary sessions must be held every year? Please answer. According to Indian Constitution, every year, how many parliamentary sessions must be conducted? जवाब दीजिए. Mayur Sanjay Kanor, not mentioned. Mayur Sanjay Kanor, not mentioned. Meenakshi, not mentioned. Answer is correct. Both of yours answer correct. Not mentioned. Constitution में कुछ नहीं लिखा है. 2, 3, 6 कुछ नहीं लिखा हुआ इसके अंदर. All the Constitution says is that Kritika Chandan not provided. बहुत बढ़िया. All the Constitution says is that between two sessions successive, the gap should not be more than 6 months. बस 2 sessions के बीच का gap 6 months से ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. I mean, keeping that thing in mind, every year you conduct 3 sessions, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20. It's your wish. ठीक है ना? Your मतलब president's wish, क्योंकि president of India calls the session. But convention has been, practice has been, tradition has been that every year, normally there are 3 sessions. Okay. Jagjit Singh, there must not be a gap of more than 6 months. बहुत बढ़िया. But 3 का नाम mention नहीं है. आप ये calculate मत करना कि 3. ठीक है ना? So all Constitution says is that between 2 sessions the gap should not be more than 6 months. Clear? First session is normally the budget session. The second is monsoon session, and the third is winter session, which I'll discuss in detail tomorrow. एक लाइन लिखिए इसके ऊपर, sessions of parliament. One line, sessions of parliament लिखिए. Under article 85, under Article 85 of the Indian Constitution, Parliament shall meet in such a way. Sham Sundar Deori not mentioned, but no gap of 6 months between the two. बहुत बढ़िया सर. देखिए, under Article 85 Parliament shall meet in such a way, कुछ इस तरीके से मिले कि 6 महीने से ज़्यादा का गैप ना हो. Parliament shall meet in such a way that not more than 6 months, that not more than 6 months lapse, not more than 6 months lapse between two successive sessions, between two successive sessions. However, according to the conventions, according to the convention matlab it's a practice, it's not written anywhere but it has become a practice. However, according to the conventions established in India, however according to the conventions established in India, matlab it's being a practice in India. However, according to the conventions established in India, Parliament meets in the form of, Parliament meets in the form of three sessions every year, and may also meet in special session, and may also meet in special session. Matlab other than 3 sessions there can be some extra sessions for specific job which was not foreseen. I'll discuss tomorrow, don't worry. Like regular and the special sessions. Regular means these 3. Supriya Michael, Constitution doesn't specify. Shweta not specified. Viprajit not specified. बहुत बढ़िया sir. Excellent. देखिए, the regular and the special sessions. The regular and the special sessions are convened by the President. Are convened matlab called. Are convened by the President of India. Are convened by the President of India on the advice of Council of Ministers. On the advice of Council of Ministers. Which Council of Ministers? Union, Center. On the advice of Council of Ministers. So this is all for the day, and I think things must be clear because the way I see it. Tomorrow I'll take up these sessions, some other related aspect, and disqualification of MP. Okay, very easy, very important. Important to देखो, in any class of mine, if I am taking a topic, it can be important. Myself, I felt that sometime in some batches I left few topics here, अभी ये नहीं आने वाले. Fortunately, I again started them to take up in the next batches, and then in exam also they came. Now it is my good luck as well as students' good luck that those things came and I also covered them. So nothing will be taken up which is not required. Okay. So हर चीज को आप पढ़ो, अच्छे से पढ़ो, and again I request in every class, in every batch, current affairs should be compiled very well by you. Make your own compilation. Magazines are given to you for help. Compilation should be made by your own self. Compile the things topic wise. आप इसका नतीजा एग्जाम में देखना. See the result in exam. Okay. Good luck to all of you. Enjoy your day. Thank you.